Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my miserable training. No, I don't like that. I have to. Wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Kurtis.
Professor.
We were throwing some ideas around. I know miserable was thrown out in there, but it just doesn't feel right to me. But yeah, Mr. Kurtis, please, if you could, please say hello to everybody.
Hello, Professor, and I'll be whatever adjective you want me to be. Just
Slimy.
tell me that. Oh, that's an easy one.
Gushy.
Let me just shed off some of this jacket right here. I'll get it real slimy.
Oh, why is it making that noise? That's disgusting.
Well, I only have myself to blame. Also, joining us here in the classroom today is, of course, our young trainer in training, Corbin. If you could please say hello to everybody.
Hey, everyone. It feels good to be back again in class. I really miss my Jolteon Zinc, Professor. I think you have made your point. I would like to have Zinc the Jolteon back now.
Well, you know what you got to do to achieve that, Corbin.
I have to do a backflip.
No, you need to pass the final exam of this course, and then you can get your trainer's license, and then you can have a Pokemon.
Well, just give me the exam now. Let me just guess.
I think I've learned a lesson from this, actually, Corbin. And that lesson is that I should never give you a temporary Pokemon ever again, because it just the emotional damage is just too much for you.
Professor, that sounds wonderful. Let me write that lesson down.
Would you say it's fair and equitable, Mr. Kurtis?
It is most fair and equitable.
All right. I'm doing this for your sake, Corbin.
I don't think
so. No, Corbin, you should be happy about this. Right now, you don't have to worry about if you're going to get a Pokemon or not. You'll just always know that you'll get one at the end of the lesson. The end of the entire class.
Those were some of the best weeks of my life that I had with Zinc the Jolteon.
Well, approximately 10 years from now, when we finish this class, maybe you'll get another Jolteon. Probably won't be the same Jolteon. The Jolteons have a very short lifespan, so
really? You don't think
Zinc will probably be long dead by then?
Oh no! Don't
dead
tell
in
me
the ground.
That.
You'll probably never see Zinc again, Corbin. Actually,
this is such a sad opening to this lesson.
But it is the way of life, Corbin.
Yep,
the
life cycle.
Yep.
But you know what is not beholden to the twists and turns of life?
Death.
Well, no, death is a part of life. No, I'm talking about the Pokemon that we're discussing this week. The immortal Pokemon.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Decidueye.
Okay, sorry, that sounds like it was the category, but no, we're not learning about the immortal Pokemon.
Wait, the immortal Pokemon? We're talking about Turtwig?
No, Decidueye, of course.
Oh, I never knew that was the immortal Pokemon. Okay.
No, it's not. No, it's Chikorita, actually. What other grass starters do we want to say? That'd be funny. Let's throw some Paldea in there. Sprigatito. How about that?
Snivy.
No, we're not learning about any grass types today. We're learning about a normal type, actually. And,
okay.
Yeah.
And I actually, let me just hold on. I have to walk out of the. I gotta bring in something here. It's not a tool that I normally use.
A show and tell, Mr. Kurtis. Are you excited? I am.
I gotta
I'm
bring
ready.
this. Wheel this in.
Oh, Professor, let me help you with that.
Movie day.
Okay, it's not a movie. It's a projector. I know you don't see these a lot since you're so young, Corbin. We've kind of moved away from using projectors, but we used to use these babies all the time.
That's right.
But I actually have a scan here of what a Porygon looks like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Did we say we're learning about Porygon? Just
hey, yeah. Okay.
We're learning about Porygon. You took too long.
I was like, why does he have a scan of a Porygon? That's really off topic.
Yes.
Okay.
So no, we're learning about Porygon today.
Gotcha.
So here's a Porygon. What do you guys? What can you tell me about it?
Professor, that Porygon looks familiar.
Wait. Well, it looks like every other Porygon.
I mean,
no. know a Porygon when I see it. It's got a specific look to it. This looks like Portia. This looks like our class editor, Portia the Porygon.
Now, I was pretty sure. Corbin, I'm pretty sure last week you said that you had never actually seen Portia.
I haven't. What I said was I haven't met her in person, but I've seen her. I've seen her around the school.
In passing.
There's pictures of her like in the hallway and stuff. You know?
Okay, well, what does she look like?
Well, okay, so Portia the Porygon is a very blocky type. It's very hard actually to describe a Porygon. It's very blocky, and it's pink and blue. I don't know what to say other than it looks like a CGI version of a Pidgey that is not fully rendered.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
That's Professor.
fair.
That picture seems to be moving a little bit.
Whoa.
Is
Hey,
it?
I didn't know you could
that's
do that effect on a projector. That's kind of cool.
I thought that
What else
was.
can you do
I
with
thought
this thing?
was just a still.
What is it doing?
Well, actually, a very interesting aspect of Porygon is that they can turn themselves into code and move through cyberspace. So this doesn't just look like Portia. Well, it actually is Portia.
Whoa! Wait, Portia's on the projector moving around. Are you sure this isn't a video? Are you not just messing with me?
All right, Portia, come on out. Say hi to everybody.
Wow!
Hi everyone.
That was. How did you do that?
Oh my gosh.
It's Portia's. Portia can do that.
Portia,
So
hello.
yeah.
Oh my god. I'm a huge fan of your work. Oh my god.
A huge fan.
Oh, I'm such a huge fan.
I am a fan of you as well, Corbin.
Oh, you're too sweet, Portia. Thank you. Oh, you're so nice.
Portia, it's good to see you again. I hope you like those poffins I emailed you.
I'll be honest, I've had better.
Ooh, yikes. Wasn't a fan
Oh
of
yeah.
those.
The code tastes real good. Those ones and zeros are just
Sorry,
really
Mr.
cute.
Curtis. Not a fan there.
Oh, I'll do better for you next time, Portia. Got to keep you in tip-top shape with how much time you spend editing our.
Yeah.
You gotta
our
feed
wonderful
her something like a
lessons.
computer virus. She loves that.
Oh,
I love a good virus. Yummy.
Yeah, so Portia, I know you've listened to all of my lessons because you have to edit them. Do you have a favorite lesson or a favorite part of the lessons that you just wanna, that I don't know, that you just, I need some validation right now, I guess is what I'm saying. So is there any favorite parts of our lessons that you want to talk about?
I would say at the beginning of the Magmar lesson, when I told our students the timestamp if they wanted to skip listening to you plug your Patreon.
that makes total sense. I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
That one's
fair.
good.
That was pretty good, honestly.
It's not what I would have expected you to say. It was kind of out there a little bit, but it does make a lot of sense. It is very good. And of course, it's a little bit vain too, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So let me ask you this, Portia. I feel this is turning into a Q&A and less of a Pokemon, show and tell. How long would you say it takes you to edit each lesson of this class?
I edit these lessons in approximately 96.3 seconds.
Oh wow, that's really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Jeez.
Much faster than any human could do it. And honestly, let's say better, I think, than any human.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, Portia, give it up for yourself. Yes, no doubt.
Thank you.
Now, Professor, how was Portia able to talk to us? Is she using is she using a device? It sounds like it's like coming through like the speaker on your like desktop.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. Let's ask the Portia. Let's ask Porygon how they're doing it. All right.
Okay.
I am not speaking audibly. I'm remotely utilizing nearby technological interfaces by releasing electrical waves,
Okay.
which are then read by said interfaces,
Them-
or in
yeah.
this case, a modulator.
Okay.
I manipulate those electrical waves inside a modulator with a speaker, in this case, Professor Jacob's computer.
And that. Oh, okay. Yeah.
This allows me to convert that electrical energy to sound, and project my voice in any way I please.
You're losing me. That's kind of confusing.
Don't worry, Portia. I get it. That makes it. It's what.
Right.
Now that you explained it like that, it makes a lot of sense.
Do you
So
think
it's
you
not
could?
so she's not audibly talking. It's just using magical waves to talk through electronics. Is that the vibe that I'm
Yeah,
getting?
I don't know why you're repeating the exact things that Portia said.
I'm just
Corbin.
trying to process it. I'm trying to process what's being said.
Oh, process like a computer would.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right, Portia?
Sure, Corbin.
Right. It's not that slow. Not that slow. Okay.
Portia, thank you so much for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule for editing all of the lessons and putting them online. We
Of course.
are sincerely grateful for all the work that you do, because we know that you cut out a lot of garbage to make us sound like we even remotely know what we're talking about.
Of course.
Right.
You are very welcome. I enjoy the work. But yes, lots of garbage to cut.
Right. I really do appreciate it, Portia.
I'll be emailing you my next recipe of poffin anytime one of these days.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Kurtis.
Anytime, one of these days.
One of these days. Portia, I'm a huge fan, honestly. It was really great to meet you. Can I actually get an autograph?
Well, I do need to get
Okay,
going.
all right. Now you're just trying to make it so she edits you sounding better.
No, it's not that.
Nice
I'm not trying
try,
to butter her
nice
up.
try.
Brown nosing the editor.
Wow, yeah, geez, nobody else does that around here.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Kurtis brown noses every day. He's a kiss butt. We all know this.
No cap. He does indeed kiss the butt.
All right,
Goodbye,
Portia, thanks again.
human
All right,
friend.
okay, she just slurped right into the projector, and okay, there she goes.
That was crazy. I feel like I'm tripping. That was nuts. Wow.
All right, well, just wait until you hear some of these Pokedex entries, Corbin, which I'm gonna start reading right now.
Can't wait.
Starting in the Kanto region, the first entry says, a Pokemon that consists entirely of programming code, capable of moving freely in cyberspace.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how the physicality of it manifests if it is entirely programming code.
So I should have asked Portia when she was out. So like, if Porygon transfers to code and is on a laptop and I smash the laptop, does the Porygon die? How does that work?
That is a horrible question. You should never ask Portia that.
Corbin is just worried because he does end up smashing a lot of laptops.
That is
Well, I'm
true.
very
We
clumsy.
do smash a lot of classroom materials here. That is true.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we lost hundreds of them because of Mr. Kurtis with the Kangaskhan incident. Destroyed the whole school, thousands of laptops. What if there was Porygons in those laptops and now they're dead? That is an indirect genocide there, Mr. Kurtis.
I think it would be very detrimental to the Porygon, but it might be recoverable to some degree. Now, for another Pokemon that tends to inhabit electronic things, Rotom, I think Rotom would be fine.
Yeah.
And Rotom could just phase out of it, but the Porygon is kind of like it becomes a part of the code of the computers. I think unless you could salvage it somehow, I think it might just die.
You just got to back up every Porygon to a hard drive. It's that simple.
Oh yeah, if you do back up the Porygon, then it would never die.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's just that version of it would die, and then you have to start getting into what is
it cloning or backing it up?
Yeah,
like
is a clone of me really is it really me or a different being altogether?
Right.
Sure, what is death?
Wow, this is getting deep. We're only on the first entry.
It's deep. For some reason, Porygon and Tauros, real deep lessons. I think the normal type really brings out a lot of philosophy in us. Yeah.
Yes.
The next entry says the only Pokemon people anticipate can fly into space.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. None has managed the feat yet, however.
None of them, or was that written a long time ago?
Well, we could certainly put Portia on a rocket. Like that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you think just put it on a rocket and it's in space, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll read other entries that continue to say, "Yep, nope, still haven't figured this one out yet.
No,
can't get it up there." Also, there are other Pokemon that can fly in space.
Sure, yeah, of course.
What doesn't
Deoxys is the main one. That
I was about to say
of.
Deoxys. What about what's the one that always fights Deoxys? The
Rayquaza?
the big yeah, that one, the big green snake one.
Rayquaza always fights Deoxys. Is this like the tournament? What are you talking about?
It's a centuries long battle between two great powerful foes.
I was not aware of this. This is new knowledge to me.
Well, that's because you haven't gone to those lessons yet.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
We'll get there eventually. The next entry says a man-made Pokemon that consists entirely of programming code. It is capable of moving freely in cyberspace, so like real space and cyberspace.
Wow,
Hey.
I didn't know that Porygon was the first man-made Pokemon. That's insane.
Yeah, first man-made. It's not the only man-made Pokemon, but it's the first man-made Pokemon.
That is incredible. Wow.
Humans are amazing, guys. And if you keep studying, maybe, just maybe, one day you could also create a Pokemon.
Woohoo! Foreshadowing, Professor.
Maybe that's the assignment at the end of this lesson is to make a Pokemon.
What? Oh, I'm not ready for
Play
that yet.
Arceus.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
Play Arceus for me.
I can't do that.
I mean, I've got a couple, Spinarak mutation hybrids I could bring to class if you wanted, Professor.
No.
Yeah, that's not really making a Pokemon. It's more of mutilating entire generations of Pokemon.
That's it. Why are you not in jail? I mean, I don't get it.
Because there is no Spinarak law. I've always said that.
I forgot. The government doesn't care about bug types. That's right.
as they
Hey,
shouldn't.
everybody should care about bug types.
But they don't.
The next entry from the Kanto region says, using the most advanced technologies, scientists finally succeeded in making the first artificial Pokemon.
Love that.
They can't say what the technologies were because it's proprietary knowledge, and it's really they're
They
all
sign
under an NDA.
NDAs, all that stuff. Yeah,
a lot of privacy and secrecy, and
sure.
you just they don't want people out there just making
Porygon,
their own Pokemon. Yeah,
right. That's dangerous.
Yeah, we see the power that Portia has. It's like just awe-inspiring, honestly.
Yeah, it could phase in and out of the internet and steal the president's nuclear codes or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, for their own personal nukes.
Right, exactly. Terrorism. I mean, you use Porygon for cyber terrorism.
Or they could go on to my
Your
my
Gengar
Pokepets-
account. Your Gengar mail
my
account.
Pokepets account and give me all the Poke money that they could program in.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys ever play Pokepets? It's a real cute thing.
I haven't yet. No, my mom won't let me download it yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, you weren't old enough yet.
No,
so.
I gotta be 11.
You'll get there one day.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the Johto region. It is a man-made Pokemon. Since it doesn't breathe, people are eager to try it in any environment. I don't know what "try it" means.
Yeah.
Like just put it in there, I guess.
Hey,
is what it means.
just toss it in the water over there.
Have you guys
See what happens.
Have you guys tried the Porygon in a pure vacuum yet?
Nope.
What about have you tried it in a pool of lava?
Oh, I think it could survive that. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think that it could. It's because I think it still takes fire damage, right?
Right.
Well, I'm sure it does. Yeah. I mean, listen, if it can, survive in any environment and doesn't breathe, I mean, like Gengar could be launched into space too, right?
Huh? Is that?
Theoretically, any ghost type could be in space.
I mean, because they are already dead.
That's what I'm saying. They're already dead, so they're not really breathing. I mean, obviously they can't physically fly into space, so but they can survive. If you put a Gengar on a rocket and launch into space, it'd be fine.
I'm sure there's a lot of like steel types too that don't like necessarily breathe and are kind of like machines almost. They would probably do better in the vacuum.
Yeah, but they'd melt in the friction in the atmosphere.
That's true.
As they try to break it. Porygon doesn't experience friction due to its smooth surfaces.
Angled for good atmospheric entry.
Yeah, it's very, very aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic. But look at a Magnemite. That is not aerodynamic in any way.
No. Porygon is very fast and furious.
Yeah, too fast, too furious, if you ask me.
I'd agree.
All right, the next entry says a man-made Pokemon that came about as a result of research. It is programmed with only basic motions. So,
Moving.
Wiggle your legs, fly yourself into space,
Jiggle your tail a little bit.
nod your head, yes or no.
That's right.
Right.
Edit hour-long lessons down into shorter, more manageable lessons.
Listen, I'm glad Portia learned how to do that, because who else would edit these?
Right? And she loves it too, by the way. It is she loves her job. It's a rewarding job, if you ask me.
It is. How much does she get paid? Should have asked her.
Ooh, she gets paid in poffin recipes that Mr. Kurtis sends her.
I construct them mentally, and then I also, we keep a server running that's just like a private space for her to go chill and live in the server room. So she pay.
Yeah, that's where we put all of the best ones and zeros that we could find.
Yeah. That pays for the electricity and the internet connection and everything, like all the utilities to running a server that she could live on. So
yeah, exactly. Okay, the last entry from the Johto region says, an artificial Pokemon created due to extensive research. It can only perform what is in its program.
Huh.
So if you want to make a Porygon do something new, you gotta plug a cable into its head and type up some new code, I guess.
Okay. So Portia didn't actively learn how to edit, these classes. They were just programmed to do it?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I didn't program her to do it. I don't think the principal did.
No,
maybe I'll talk to the computer professor, and maybe they can explain a little bit more on how it works.
Yes.
But Professor Cherry Blossom, I don't know.
Oh, we're naming even computer professors after trees too.
Whoa, that's just their name, Corbin. I didn't name him.
I'm sorry.
Right.
That's just his name.
Sorry.
Why are you trying to pick on another professor, Corbin? Come on.
Yeah, do you think Cherry Blossom's not a real name?
Well, you sat there for a minute being like thinking about it. It's not like you just made it up.
I mean, don't draw attention to Professor Jacob's inability to remember his coworkers' names. That's not polite.
Yeah, please. There have been numerous HR meetings about that. I literally have to look at a note on my desk every time I introduce Mr. Kurtis.
That's right.
Man, you really are bad with names. You used to call me Conbron and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, but now I know it's Calbim.
Nope, Corbin. You said at the beginning of the class.
Dang it. Mm-hmm. Dang it.
It's corned beef, Professor, please. Get it right.
Oh, I'm so hungry now. I could totally go for some corned beef.
You guys know that's not it.
Don't tell me what I know. All right, let's move on to the Hoenn region. The first entry says, Porygon is capable of reverting itself entirely back to program data and entering cyberspace. This Pokemon is copy protected, so it cannot be duplicated by copying. Well, there goes our entire plan of backing up your Porygon.
Dang.
All right, then. Never mind.
Okay. Well, we should have read this entry first. Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Dang it.
So how do you make more Porygons then if you can't just copy them?
I have to make entirely new code.
Wow.
Type it up by hand, I guess. But, why wouldn't you be able to copy it? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. It's a really weird... I don't know. It's really strange.
I guess, you can make new Porygons that are completely different, right, in their own way and have different memories and thoughts, and you can't just clone the same Porygon.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. So listen to this. Every Porygon is unique. Yeah, all Porygons are unique. You'll never encounter a Porygon that is a copy of a Porygon that you already met.
But isn't that the same thing with every Pokemon though? They're not clones of each other.
Yeah, but not every Pokemon is man-made, Corbin.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Thank you.
Every Spinarak I breed is a snowflake.
Well, they're a damaged, awful snowflake that should be sent to the fiery depths of hell. Honestly.
Ooh, well, better watch that opinion, Corbin.
Yes, and where they'll have a snowflake's chance in hell.
Oh, yeah, they won't last.
Okay. There's only one entry for the Hoenn region. They keep doing that thing where they pretty much exactly repeat what the first entry was, but it's just slightly different. But I'm not going to read it because it's a waste of time. Moving on to the Sinnoh region. Woo! The world's first artificially created Pokemon. It can travel through electronic space.
Yep.
Yeah, we know that. We knew that.
And then the last one in the center region is a man-made Pokemon created using advanced scientific means. It can move freely in cyberspace.
Right. Anywhere you go on the internet, it will follow.
Yes, nowhere is safe on the internet. There could be a Porygon lurking behind every JPEG, every text box. You never know.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of a scary thought.
Better be careful with your internet browser history, because Porygon's gonna figure it out.
Porygon, they can see what you're searching up there. Be careful, students.
Portia knows.
Portia can see what you guys are
Portia
searching.
has seen everything you've been looking up.
That includes you, Mr. Kurtis. Portia knows what you're searching on the school's Wi-Fi.
All my good poffin recipes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. So there's nothing new from the Unova or the Kalos, so let's move on to the Alola region. First entry says, roughly 20 years ago, it was artificially created utilizing the latest technology of the time. Which is kind of like a little bit of a backhanded compliment, I guess. Because it was pretty advanced
For the time.
At the time.
At the time.
Now it's nothing.
Now it's like a fax machine.
Wow, 20 years ago just sounds like a whole lifetime. That's two Corbin lifetimes.
That's two of your lifetimes,
Two of me. Wow.
That's some number of my lifetimes that I will not go into detail on.
Tell us.
What?
How old are you, Professor?
Oh, you can't ask the professor that question. That's not polite at all.
It's a lot more fun to speculate, too. The next entry from the Alola region says it can convert its body into digital data, which enables it to enter cyberspace. So, if you can convert your body into digital data, then you can move through cyberspace.
That tracks.
Well, can't every Pokemon do that since every Pokemon is converted to data in the Pokeball? You know?
Well, it gets converted into energy.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Not data. Which
You're
is
correct.
a whole man. Pokeball research. Now that is some interesting stuff. If you wanna get into that.
When can we get into that?
If we wanted to get into it, we should have gotten into it in the Primeape episode because Primeape was actually the first ever Pokemon to be caught in a modern Pokeball.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and it has to do with its rage energy, I think. Again, I'd have to do more research on that, so I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yes, please.
But yeah,
do not.
that is true though. Primeape was instrumental in creating the modern Pokeball.
Wow.
There you go.
So let's back to Porygon. The next entry in the Alola region says this Pokemon was created using the cutting edge science of 20 years ago. So many parts of it have since become obsolete.
Oh,
All right, they kind of said the quiet part out loud now.
that's not polite. Don't let Portia see that. That's not.
Well, she's gonna hear this.
She's heard it, and she can also see it because she's in the internet.
Right.
Portia, you're much better than that. You are not obsolete. You are solete.
I don't know that she really feels. Does I was saying, does Porygon even have emotions? I mean, would she even be bothered by that?
It has basic motions, not basic emotions.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant basic emotions. Well, no,
Yeah.
you meant, okay. I get what you're saying. I'm saying, does Porygon even have emotions to even get sad or not? Like,
I think
about
so.
that.
I've heard Portia talk about her work. I feel like she has a connection, an emotion.
Okay.
And
regardless of whether or not a Pokemon has emotions, I think, we still don't want to insult them in any way. It's just because they don't feel sad about it doesn't mean it's a nice thing to do.
Right. Okay.
Portia, you're not obsolete. You are fully solete, and I appreciate that.
You just have great potential, and maybe should we evolve Portia?
Oh, sure. I'd be down. Right now?
Well, no, not right now.
Okay.
Eventually, we will have to talk about Porygon's evolved form, so maybe we can do it then. Anyways, so the last entry from the Alola region says, it was built 20 years ago by scientists who dreamed of exploring space. Their dreams have yet to come true.
Oh! Wait, I thought if Portia could travel through space, maybe that, would that dream would come true already.
Well, clearly they haven't gotten into space yet. I mean, I know they're working on that over in the Hoenn region, but
Wait, you mean to tell me? Wait, hold on. We have not been to space yet? I thought we had been to space.
I don't think we have. I don't think anybody's gonna have. I feel like it would make pretty big news to go into space.
Right.
And no, we're not counting upper atmosphere as space. That doesn't count.
All right, I'm just saying we have satellites and stuff. I guess they were all just launched remotely.
Yeah, well, we didn't go into space. The satellites went into space.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Listen, putting satellites into orbit, child's play. I could do that on my sleeve.
Easy. You just
Right.
strap it to the back of that green snake Pokemon, and they'll fly it up there.
What's a snake?
Let's see here. Looking at the Galar entries, I think these are new. So the first one says, state-of-the-art technology was used to create Porygon. It was the first artificial Pokemon to be created via computer programming.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And the last entry from the Galar region says, in recent years, this species has been very helpful in cyberspace. These Pokemon will go around checking to make sure no suspicious data exists.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I guess like viruses and stuff. It took them 20 years to realize, oh, hey, we can use these to stop viruses.
Hey, do you guys think Portia has been to the dark web?
I think Portia's been pretty, she's been pretty
I'll
sheltered.
be up and up.
Pretty sheltered here at the school,
Maybe that's why Porygons in general look so shocked, because they've seen it. They've seen the worst of what's on the internet.
Oh yeah, they've seen the. Wow, that's a good point, Corbin. That's why their eyes are always like wide open.
They have been to the bowels of the internet, specifically YouTube comments. You've seen those.
Or podcast reviews.
I was gonna say, or Flapple podcast reviews.
Reviews.
They've seen the horrific things that have been written about your class, Professor Jacob.
Heck, maybe even some Gmails.
Maybe even some Gmails too.
That was enough to really, really put Porygon on edge. Okay, so there's another entry. Oh wait, no. So that was all of the entries from the Galar region. Now, but this is very interesting, and you guys are gonna say, whoa, what? There's an entry here from the Hisui region. Actually.
Whoa.
See, I told you. You were gonna say whoa.
This is a surprise, Professor. This is a shock and a surprise.
Yes. Because as we know, Porygons were created 20 years ago.
Yep.
Yes, and well after the Hisui region.
How is it possible? Was there some form of time travel?
Oh, hey. You watch that. Time travel is a conspiracy theory, right? Right?
It's impossible. There's no Pokemon that clearly do time travel.
Is this a joke?
Or like a god of time that's a Pokemon.
Yeah, or maybe just a god in general.
Is this a joke? I don't know about any of this.
Well, let's read this Pokedex entry, Corbin, and see if it answers your question.
Okay.
It has no discernible heartbeat and does not seem to draw breath, and yet it appears to function without issue. I cannot even begin to explain this utterly bizarre anomaly.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
Okay,
I mean,
so it definitely not what the Hisuians were used to seeing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I mean, did computers even exist back then?
No, they definitely didn't.
Honestly, can you imagine a worse sentence for a Porygon to be stuck in a time period where there's no internet or computers or networks or bits and bytes to convert to?
Wow.
I mean,
yeah.
It's like being a Magikarp stuck on the land somewhere without any water. It's just a horrible environment. I'm so sorry.
Right. Or like a Squirtle that's stuck in the water too long and can't breathe, like the one that you killed, right, Kurtis?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing to do with whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot of accusations.
Yeah, but that's horrific. That's it's a horrific thought. So that Porygon had no electronic to go into, right? I mean, that's awful. Like, because obviously the professors in Hisui found this thing, and whatever Porygon existed back then. Like, you guys think it's time travel mumbo jumbo that caused slip back in time hundreds of years ago, but like that means it just didn't go anywhere.
How would you explain it, Corbin, if it's not time travel?
Okay. You want me to explain it? It's not time travel. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's a Porygon from a different dimension, clearly.
Oh, wow. That makes sense. So
good.
it's not, it's on the same time.
It's on the same time. It's just in a different, reality altogether.
It's from a reality that's far more advanced than our reality.
Right. I don't know I think that's a lot less far-fetched than what you're saying. Sorry.
We already talked about far-fetched, so we don't need to talk about far-fetched
Sorry.
again.
My bad.
Great joke.
Funny joke, Professor.
Thank you. All right, so that does it for the regional Pokedex entries, and oddly enough, there are no unique Pokedex entries for Porygon. I know, it's weird. It's almost as if Ash has been banned from seeing them for some reason. It's almost
because they've seen his search history.
It's almost as if some kind of crazy event in Ash's life prevented him from ever seeing Porygons ever again.
You're saying that like you know that. I don't know anything about that, Professor.
I'm not. I'm just saying that it's weird that Ash hasn't seen this Pokemon.
Right. Ever.
He's seen pretty much every single other Pokemon.
Maybe he has beef. Maybe he has beef with every Porygon.
Yeah, maybe. So I think it's a time to, unless you guys have any questions on Porygon. You guys have any questions? Any burning issues that you would like answered?
Honestly have 1,000, but we will be here all day, Professor.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think it's time for today's assignment.
Woo! Quiz time. Put away
No quiz.
your
Shut up, Mr.
notes.
Curtis. Be quiet.
Jeez, wow, that was rough.
No quiz.
Laptop.
No. I will start crying.
On laptop.
No.
You're right, Corbin. I think we should do something a little bit more interesting. Instead, I think we should do an instructional video.
What?
Video.
Professor.
Oh, well, maybe you and I can do it this time, Professor. That would be fun, right?
No, I want to do it. I want to do it.
No, it's very important for you to work with your fellow classmates, Corbin, so you can get to learn them better.
Can we phone a friend at home that's listening? You don't have to work with Mr. Curtis.
No, you have to work with Mr. Curtis. All right, let me give you the instructional video rubric.
Okay.
It's the first two are always the same. You must include information that we learned in class, and you must demonstrate an understanding of unique attributes and abilities of the Pokemon. 3, it says the presentation must be at minimum 5 minutes long and focus primarily on the topic assigned. And then finally, the final point is determined by your partner by answering the question, how do you rate your partner's participation in this project? So you guys get to say.
Hey, Corbin. Hey.
What?
You know what you have to say, right?
Why are you talking like that?
Hey, do not threaten him.
Why
to
are you
give
threatening
a good
me?
grade.
Why are you puffing up your chest? Huh?
Hey.
Why are you talking like that?
Don't you just keep in mind, okay? It goes both ways.
Why are you... Okay, I'm not threatened by you, Mr. Curtis, but sure, I will give an honest review of your, capabilities today.
Okay, that's all I want.
All right. So the prompts today, the topic is how you were making an instructional video on how to uninstall a Porygon from your computer. Okay, I can sense the excitement. I see you're already working away super fast.
All right, Corbin.
Okay.
Come with me, Corbin. Come out here, out of the class. We're gonna go.
Professor.
Write and record our. Professor, keep the seat warm. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, Professor, we have finished our how-to explanatory video.
Corbin.
Okay.
Corbin, let's hold on. Don't forget the TV. We got to bring the TV in here so we can play the video.
I mean, he already has the TV next to the projector. I mean, Mr. Curtis, it's right there.
I
He
mean,
has the TV right here.
okay, all right. My apologies.
He already brought it in. Okay.
All right.
So here is
I did something while you guys were
VHS
out there,
Professor. Are you ready? Here you go.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so eager.
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in.
Put it in.
Okay.
No, do I put it in? I thought you were putting it in.
Okay, I'll put it in.
No, it's
All right, I'll put it
more
in.
fun
All
if...
right.
Okay, you
Ready? Okay.
Okay. Hi there, everyone.
Why, hello there, class. It's me, Mr. Kurtis.
And it's me, Pokemon trainer and President Corbin.
Okay, well, Pokemon trainer in training and
Oh, yeah.
former president. Thank you. Keep
Mr.
it.
Curtis, stop ruining my vibe.
Oh,
Okay,
my
stop
apologies.
it.
My apologies.
And
Hey,
today Yeah, we're going to teach you how to uninstall a Porygon from your desktop computer, assuming it doesn't want to be uninstalled.
That's right. I mean, because everybody knows Porygons can go where they please, so if it wants to go, it will just go.
It will just go. That's right. Take us on a journey, Mr. Kurtis.
Sure, the first thing you want to do is to disconnect your device from the internet,
So why would you want to do that?
so that you keep it from escaping to the World Wide Web.
Oh.
You'll also want to remember, now Corbin, remember to disconnect your device from Wi-Fi.
How is that any different from the World Wide Web, Mr. Kurtis? I don't understand that.
Well, you see, there's old computers, some of them don't have Wi-Fi, they just plug right into the wall.
What is this, the Tyrantrum age?
What do you do next, Corbin?
Oh, and after that, what we're going to do is close any roaming apps. The goal here is to try to isolate the Porygon to one specific location on your computer. It's kind of like playing hide and seek a little bit. So you don't want it to jump from app to app, because now you've already closed the Wi-Fi and the access to the internet. Now it's not going to go to different apps, so it's going to be stuck inside the hard drives of your computer, and it's not gonna leave. We love that.
That's right. I don't allow any of my apps to run around anyway.
Right.
So next, you want to defragment your hard drive so that you can compiling all polygons or Porygon's code in one location.
I don't know what any of that means, Mr. Kurtis. Can you please tell the people at home? There are some old folks watching.
That's right. Well, from the age that Porygon comes from, data was stored on physical disks in your computer. And if the code was fragmented across multiple locations on the disk, it's just going to make it that much harder to get the Porygon out of there.
Wow, I didn't pay attention at all, and I'm falling asleep. Next, step 4. You're going to connect your printer manually to your desktop, and I'm going to repeat that. Manually. I know in today's day and age there are Wi-Fi remote printers, but you don't want that. You know why? Because in step 1 we disconnected
I
from
already
the
told
Wi-Fi.
you, no Wi-Fi
I was there.
around, Corbin.
I was there for that. You remember?
That's
I was
right.
sitting next to you. So for this, what you're going to do is you're going to disconnect it completely from the Wi-Fi. Well, actually, that was step 1, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, cut that. Okay, so step 4, you're going to connect the printer manually to your desktop, and then that way, I'm not even going to spoil it for you. I'm going to let Mr. Curtis take the reins because it's about to get really fun.
There you go. Thank you, Corbin. I appreciate that. Now once you've got it connected, you want to locate where your Porygon is and right-click it with your cursor. Now that's where you go and you click on the right button on your mouse, just so you know. Then you want to move your cursor down and select the button that says print.
Yep, starts with a P.
As we learned before, Porygons are protected against copying. So since they can't have multiple copies, as you're printing it, you're effectively forcing it to leave your computer through the printer.
Ooh, sucks.
Wow. Yeah, and then it's bound to the piece of paper.
That's amazing. Trapping a Pokemon on a physical piece of paper like that so it can't leave through the only means it knows how to. I can't think of anything more humane than that.
Or horrifying.
Or horror. I was joking. Step 6, the final step, is to send the Porygon anywhere you want. You can mail it to a friend. Now that it's trapped on your paper, you can do whatever you want with it. You can mail it to a friend. You can scan it and add it to a device. You can have it delivered. If you want to transfer it to a new computer, scan it on your new printer and it's now added to that device and it can move around digitally all at once. Or if you're feeling really fun, you can fax it to some people in space or to a satellite in space or something, because we all know they can survive in space.
What a good idea, Corbin. Thank you for sharing that.
A great idea. Thank you, Mr. Curtis, for being here to help me, to help us all understand how to uninstall a Porygon. Tune in next time as we teach you how to do something else.
Bye-bye now.
Is that the sign off that you guys have been you guys did tell me that you were very eager and happy about the sign off that you created. Is that the one right there? Join us next time when we tell you about something else.
Bye now.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good, Mr. Curtis.
I was pretty happy with that.
I was pretty happy with that.
I think there's some more workshopping that I could.
Can you believe that was done in the first take too?
Yeah.
I don't believe that was done on the first take, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that there's even worse takes out there, and you guys stuck with this one because it was the best you could do.
No, that was it. We did that was it. A one hit wonder, one take wonder.
That's right.
So you have a Porygon. Now, so when it comes out on the paper, is it just like a picture of Porygon?
It's a picture of a Porygon. Yeah, and it can't.
Is it just
leave.
lines of code that display what the Porygon is?
It's a picture. It's a photo of a Porygon.
All right, well, okay, that doesn't really make any sense to me, but that's fine. So do you does this kill the Porygon or
no? It's like a stasis sort of thing.
Right,
It's
like freezing it in place.
Right. It's like freezing it in place, kind of like a cryogenic sort of thing, and then it's asleep, and then once you put it into digital format again, it's back and moving around. It can do whatever it wants.
Scan it, fax it, email it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you know what? Very, very good job, guys. You used a lot of really good information that we learned about in class, especially the fact that it can't be copied. So
that's right.
I'm not a computer guy, so I don't know if that fully follows. If printing it will just rip its code because it can't be copied, or maybe it would just say no, you can't print me.
We actually did consult Professor Cherry Blossom on the way out, and he gave us some notes.
Oh, great! So. Good. Also, I like how you assumed that they didn't know what right clicking is, but also assumed that they knew what defragging was. That was it's a really just wild jumping back and forth of where you think people's expertise is.
We gotta break it down for people of many different levels. It's got to be consumable by people of all shapes and sizes and experiences.
And I think the word defragment kind of implies what it is, but right clicking, who knows what that means?
Yeah,
you don't
right.
know
Exactly.
Right.
Defragment,
sure.
Take fragments, put them back together. That makes sense. But clicking on the right, what is that? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, scientists still haven't figured it out yet. I'll be honest, I was not keeping track of the time at all.
5 minutes. Good job, Mr. Kurtis.
Hey, very good.
So we'll say. Well, you know what? Portia can tell us how long it was. Right now.
4 minutes and 38 seconds.
All right, thank you, Portia. You're wonderful as always.
Thank you.
So congrats. So good work, guys, on making it for 5 minutes. Or conversely, bad work and make it longer next time.
Oh.
I'm just covering all my bases here. All right, now comes to the fun point. Corbin. Yes. How would you rate your Mr. Kurtis on his participation?
What are you doing with your fists? Stop.
This is on a 1 to 4.
This is a 1 to 4 thing, not a 3 to 14. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would give Mr. Kurtis a 3.8. I think he was pretty solid.
Okay. Can we just keep solid numbers here and not put decimal points in?
Sure. I give him.
I could just round up to a 4.
We'll give him a 4. We'll just give him a 4.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
All right. He really helped out a lot. All right, Mr. Kurtis, how would you rate Corbin?
I would give Corbin 6.5 silver stars out of 3 gold stars.
Ooh!
I need a number. I need either a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4.
That's actually a 4 and a 8. So.
All right, so 4 it is.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Kurtis.
Congratulations! Wow, you guys are being so generous. I'm really, maybe you guys, maybe you're starting to become friends.
I don't know about
maybe even
that.
more than friends.
I don't know about that, Professor.
Researching partners.
You mean I don't know about that. Yeah.
All right, excellent work, guys. I'm gonna give you full marks on this assignment, so congratulations. And that's gonna do it for our lesson on Porygon. Does anybody know who we will be talking about next week?
Ooh, Porygon 2!
No, this is one of those times when the evolutionary line doesn't follow directly in the National Pokedex.
Wait, I was joking. Porygon 2 is a real thing.
So it's gonna.
Oh, yes.
So no, Corbin, it's Porygon Z. Thank you very much.
Well, that's what evolves from Porygon 2.
Wait,
I believe.
I thought Z came before 2.
No, Z is 2 that's spelt funny.
Right. Exactly. I mean, okay. All right. But it's like an angular 2, like regular Porygon's angular, and then okay. All right. I see what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, it's Z is 2, but it's more angular. It's more cool.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I see.
Okay.
Who are you learning about?
I don't know. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I think we're going to be learning about. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. I can feel it. Ooh, give me.
Oh, you want a hint? Okay. So you might feel a little bit shellfish if you keep this Pokemon all to yourself.
Oh my God, it's Golisopod. I
It's
cannot wait.
Cloyster. I'm ready.
Easily one of my favorites.
Well, we did already learn about Cloyster, so it's not Cloyster.
Golisopod.
You know, I wouldn't be too upset with Golisopod.
Oh man, you might be really happy to learn who this is.
Oh yeah.
Is it really?
Oh man, you might be really surprised.
Oh, yeah,
About
Caesar.
Okay, we're learning about Almanite.
Hey,
Oh,
next-
hey, Ammonite.
You
What
got
a good
me,
one.
Corbin. You got me all excited. You were giving me bug types.
Sorry, it just sounded like a bug type.
We did already talk about Scissor, but whatever.
We didn't talk about Caesar. We're talking about Scyther.
Oh, Scyther. Yes, sorry. No, you should be the professor. Am I right?
I've been saying that for a while.
No.
All right, I passed down the torch to you, young Corbin.
No.
Oh, thank you.
No, Professor.
As the new professor, my decree is to give myself a Jolteon, specifically Zinc, back. So Zinc will be coming home with me.
I'm sorry. Zinc
Oh,
has already been
unfortunately,
shipped.
I just got a letter. I just got a letter from the Saffron City Learning Center Society, and they said that you have grossly misused your powers as professor, and so now they're defaulting them back to me.
No.
Oh well, easy come, easy go, right, Corbin?
Fine.
All right, so that does
Get on with this joke, Professor.
It's not. Hey, Pokemon science is not a joke. How dare you?
Wow. I
How
can't
dare
believe you.
I meant the joke about me being professor.
Nothing I have said in this lesson has been funny. It's all serious.
We're 137 lessons into this class, and you go and drop that, Corbin. It's like
Well, I'm
you've
just
learned
saying-
nothing.
He's making a joke about me being professor. Don't say it if you're not going to mean it. Okay?
I meant it. I mean what I said.
That's right.
And you lost it. You lost the privilege. Sorry.
Fine. I don't need this class anyway. Yes, I do. I need it. I
Yeah,
need
you
to
do.
be a Pokemon
You do.
trainer. I really do.
Okay, so that does it for our lesson on Ammonite. No. That does it for our lesson on Porygon. I know who we talked about. If you have any questions for me, the professor, you can send them to me on my Gengar mail or on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site Twitter. Or you can also go through Patreon, and you can get a bunch of other numerous benefits on Patreon as well. Those are all under the WWO Pokemon name. They're all in our description as well, so you can find them there. If you want to give us a rating on Flapple Podcasts or Spotify, feel free to do so. It really helps get the word out there about how wonderful these lessons are, or bad these lessons are, I suppose, if you really hate them.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, and I've said this before, but we don't really advertise this class in any way. I've talked to the principal about it, but he keeps saying it's not in the budget. It's not in the budget. So really the only way that we can get more students is if it's just word of mouth. That's the best way for us to do it. So if you have friends who might be interested in Pokemon or learning about Pokemon, let them know about Professor Jacob's class.
Spread the word, spread the message.
All right, I think I've talked enough. So until next time, class is dismissed.
I agree, Professor. You have talked enough.
Wow. How dare you to say that about our professor?
Sorry, I'm just being honest, man.
Well, Portia's already playing music, so nobody can hear you.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.